YN was good. Hit the subscribe button he put on for your hood. Look, today we got the unfortunate downfall of POOH SHIESTY. As y'all know, my boy SHIESTY, the inventor of the SHIESTY mask, he down 7 years for a shooting at the club. You know, man, free SHIESTY, man.
POOH SHIESTY came out of nowhere and started taking over the rap game. But he got caught up in 2 wild shootouts that got him sentenced to 5 years in prison. From getting arrested at 11 years old and 2 wild shootouts that got him sentenced to...
This the lady, yeah, this just Glazer. This lady from Court Cam. Watch the that video I made on Court Cam.
Yes. Yeah, me too. Isn't that cool? We'll get a nice...
Why the fuck is she always everywhere? Why does she know bro? And why is she on the cruise? She gotta be doing something, bro. She gotta be a freak or some shit. Cause freaky ass. Cause why is you? First you know bro. Now you know him from the cruise. You wanna cruise with that nigga? Come on, bro. Let's talk about you, Judge. I don't know.
Why is she everywhere? Chat. Why is she everywhere? I see you in Court Cam. I see you now in POOH SHIESTY video. Stop following me. Damn.
Years in prison. From getting arrested at 11 years old to allegedly sending shooters to take out his op during the show, this is the crazy downfall of POOH SHIESTY. POOH SHIESTY was raised on the south side of Memphis, which is one of the most violent cities in America. The south side is where a lot of the beef goes down, and just one wrong move can get you killed. But luckily for SHIESTY, his dad was an OG in the city. SHIESTY's dad is a rapper named Mob Boss who came up in the streets and started his own label called Mob Ties. Mob Boss has had a wild life catching charges related to guns, drugs, and murder. But when he wasn't getting locked up, he'd teach SHIESTY how the streets and the studio worked. When he was around 8 years old, SHIESTY would go on the road with his dad and learn how tours and studio sessions were set up. He was more into basketball than rapping, even though his dad was putting in work in the booth. But SHIESTY ended up following him into the trenches and caught his first charge at just 11 years old. Memphis was a tough place for SHIESTY to be a kid. He was surrounded by crime and violence every day. And in an interview, he said that everyone from his area has already seen at least one friend get killed by the time they're 15. It's not clear how he caught the robbery charge or what the details were, but that same year, SHIESTY ended up getting kicked out of middle school for allegedly bringing a gun with him. SHIESTY claims that he never had a gun on him at school, but that wasn't the only trouble he got into as a kid. He was arrested again at 14, but nobody knows anything about the case because he was still a minor when he got booked. SHIESTY was neck deep in the trenches since he was a little kid. He could have ended up dead or locked up for decades as a teenager. But luckily, his mom took him out of Memphis to live in Texas for a couple of years and it helped SHIESTY cool off a bit with the street activity. They moved to a tiny city called Pflugerville, and having a change of environment was huge for SHIESTY. When he came back to Memphis, he got on the grind and went to summer school so he could get his high school diploma. And at the same time, he decided to go all in on the music. Growing up, SHIESTY would always freestyle for fun, but it took him a long time to hop in the booth and start laying down tracks. He also started a crew with his homies called Chopper Gang. SHIESTY says it's just a collective for making music and getting bread. But the police and others claim they're a brutal street gang involved in all kinds of violence in Memphis. SHIESTY ain't pop off until 2019, but he started dropping verses on his homies' tracks in 2018. He's tight with another rapper from the city named Big 30, and they linked up for SHIESTY's first single, Hell Night. The track ran the praising numbers for a new rapper out of Memphis, and the video ended up hitting over 14 million views. A lot of rappers speak about situations that never actually happened, but SHIESTY sounded like he was talking about the work he really put in. On the track Chopper Talk, he said, "I got some killers, you got some killers, but mine be killing more. You shot my nigga, we killed your nigga, now we even the score. And I don't do no capping, this shit is my soul. And I can't go to sleep unless I got a pole." Fans knew that SHIESTY came up in the wild streets of Memphis, but it would still be a while before anyone knew how savage he really was. SHIESTY only had a few songs under his belt, but he already had a lot of buzz on his name. And one day, he got a text out of nowhere from a southern rap legend. Memphis is a small city that don't even have a west side. And for years, the rap scene was basically split in two. Before Young Dolph was tragically shot and killed in Memphis, he had been locked into a wild beef with Yo Gotti and his CMG label. If you were a street rapper coming up in the city, you had to choose between Dolph and his Paper Route crew or go with Gotti and his team. POOH SHIESTY told the Breakfast Club,
"Like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never wanted to sign a no battle. They just my man."
Dolph got the bread. Yo Gotti's bread is fucking crazy, bro. Like, That deal we double Blueface, that's a money scam, bro. That's the money hog. Dolph will actually give you your own. He will give you your earned bread off your streams, off your shows. Gotti be taking your money from you and shit. That's what I heard.
You know,
off
in the
YouTube.
city,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
you got to sign to either one of them. You got to
Thank you,
be
Messenger.
paper out of CMG. So before WAP came out, I'm still Chopper Gang. This is my label. So I wanted to be like, why you can't be signed to Chopper Gang, CMG, or paper route?
So when Gucci Mane hit him up one day and asked if he was
Gucci Mane.
signed, Shiesty knew it was the perfect opportunity to avoid all the Memphis rap beef. Gucci signed him to his new
Atlanta.
1017 label and got Shiesty a deal with Atlantic Records too. Then a couple months later, they collab on the track Still Remember, and Shiesty was officially in the spotlight. He kept the momentum up and dropped a track with Lil Baby and Big 30 less than a week later. Shiesty shouted out his dad.
I fuck up with this song right there. I get money Monday to Sunday. That shit hard.
A boss on the song too and said, see something? I gotta have it. Tuck your chain before I grab it. Spin this block in the caddy. These F&N's black plastic. Miss Gladys raised a savage. They said I shoot like my daddy. A lot of rappers claim to have street ties that don't actually exist. But Shiesty and his family are about that life for real. One of the biggest drug kingpins in the history of Memphis is a dude named Ronnie Woods. He was the head of a crew called the Memphis Mob, and he basically ran the city's drug game for 3 decades. The Mob got hit with a huge indictment in 2019. But back in the day, Shiesty's dad was allegedly tight with Woods and had some deals with him in the street. In 2020, Shiesty was becoming one of the hottest new artists in the industry. But that's when fans started to learn how deep in the streets he really was. It's not clear how everything started, but at some point, Shiesty started beefing with another Memphis rapper named Big Boogie. Shiesty aired him out on IG Live, and there were even rumors that his Chopper Gang crew were the ones who tried to kill Boogie during the show. In July 2020, Boogie was performing in Como, Mississippi when shots started going off during the concert. The shooters fired over 100 rounds, but Boogie made it out alive.
We're Closet Factory.
There ain't no pistol spraying, chat.
Parts of your home into the most organized.
You hear that?
Which saves you time.
That's Draco sounds, nigga. That shit right. That's Draco sounds.
People were tragically killed though, and at least 4 more were hit during the shooting.
Rest in peace.
There's rumors that Chopper Gang and Shiesty were involved somehow, but no evidence backs it up. Big Boogie ain't the only dude from Memphis that Shiesty allegedly wanted taken out though. When Shiesty was allegedly plotting to take out another op, his name was in the spotlight more and more. 2020 is when Shiesty really started taking over the game.
Who was it?
He had collabs with Lil Baby and Gucci Mane that blew up. But when he linked up with Lil Durk, everything changed. They dropped the track Back in Blood, which blew up immediately and racked up almost 3 million plays on Spotify. Shiesty already had a multi-platinum hit and had only been in the game for a couple of years. But at the same time, it was clear that he hadn't left the streets behind. EBG is a gang from the north side of Memphis that has issues with Shiesty. And a rapper from the crew named EBG E Jizzle dropped a Back in Blood remix and said, cross my heart, that's on my soul. Lil Mr. Pooh, you was a telling gang that 30 shot you, now you rapping, that's your bro. He took a shot at Dirk too and said, Dirk, you hopping on this song? Don't make me slide through O-Block. 556 with the stock, you know we love exotic Glocks.
No dick riding shit, no rap beef shit, bro. Not saying I'm not saying Dirk Hood the most dangerous hood, but if you sending threats to a city that can't even solve the murders because there's so much, that's kind of retarded. It's kind of dumb. Maybe you got like 1 or 2 up, but not the whole hood, bro. You're talking about Chicago can't even. Chicago has so many murders every day that they can't even solve this shit.
Taking shots at Dirk and Shiesty was a risky move, and E Jizzle got shot just a few weeks after the track dropped. Rumors were flying that he had been paralyzed from the shooting, so Shiesty hopped on IG to clown him for dissing and not being able to walk. Luckily, it turns out that E Jizzle just got shot in the arm and wasn't paralyzed though. Nobody knows exactly where the beef started with him and Shiesty, but rumors are that Shiesty and Chopper Gang robbed EBG back in the day. Shiesty was never officially involved with E Jizzle's shooting case, but in 2020, he caught the charge that put him in prison.
Lazy. Get out my fucking YouTube channel. Damn. I see you on my court cam reaction. Now you here. Jeez.
Few years and caused his downfall. In October 2020, Shiesty's fans were shocked when the news broke that he had been booked on armed robbery, aggravated assault, and theft charges over a shooting that went down in Florida.
What the fuck?
He bonded out the same day they arrested him, and a month later, a lot of people forgot about the case because he was going viral with Back in Blood. The situation in Florida was crazy though. According to the judge, Shiesty had rented a McLaren from some dudes and wanted to link up with them again to buy weed, lean, and sneakers. Shiesty and his homies rode up to the spot, and at some point, one of them upped a strap and shot one of the sellers.
Yeah, they up the
Shiesty sped
Draco.
off from the scene, but he dropped a Louis Vuitton bag.
My motherfucking thing is, I actually tried to. He probably tried to run off. He probably tried to run off on him, like ran off and plug type shit.
$40K in cash on the ground. The cops traced the money back to POOH, and luckily he was able to bail out. But it was hard for Shiesty to shake the street mentality. And just a few months later, he got caught up in another shooting. According to reports, Shiesty was at a strip club in Miami when he got into some kind of beef with security. The situation got heated, and that's when Shiesty allegedly let off a shot and hit somebody in the ankle. A federal judge decided he was too dangerous to walk around until his trial, so he ordered Shiesty to sit in jail without bond. It's not clear what's going on with his Miami case, but last year, Shiesty pleaded guilty to conspiracy charges over the robbery and shooting from 2020 and got hit with a 5-year sentence. Shiesty could end up coming home within a couple of years if he stays out of trouble, but according to Gucci Mane, he's being abused by the prison system right now. Gucci hopped on IG and said that
Shiesty can't eat.
Held on 23-hour lockdown and is given food trays without any food on them. Shiesty also said that the police don't stop watching after you get locked up, and that you can go to jail inside of jail. Luckily, it seems like his situation might be getting better on the inside now. Back in February, he went on IG to brag about having more money than Jay-Z did at his age and sent a warning to all of his ops too. Shiesty's trying to keep his career going from behind bars, but the rap game moves fast, and there's no telling if his fans will stick around for when he comes out. Luckily, it seems like Gucci.
Shiesty's so nice and rap naked. He could fuck around. Hey Dirk, hey baby, let's do a track together. I bet Shiesty, how much track with us? Boy, that diss on the IG is retarded, bro. You can't be dissing your IG in court. Like my boy Sue Surf, don't talk about no ops when he's on motherfucking face trial on IG. Talk about no ops, bro.
So there's a chance that Shiesty will come home and take over the game again.
Yeah, he got a little.
Do not go to fablets.com. Do not take our historically low offer. 2 for 24 shorts, 1 for $24.
This could be a different video. Yep, different video. Just the end of the video, Rocky Gang. Rap beef is kind of crazy. I mean, he didn't really have a downfall for because he's still popular in the streets and shit. I hear his shit all the time outside in the hood and shit, but you know, man, just be safe out there, chat. Stay out of trouble, man. And Judge Glaze, stay out my fucking YouTube channel, sis. Read your Bible. Be safe, chat.